This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. Peter Dubois is off this evening. First tonight, a sentencing hearing for a Massachusetts man who pleaded guilty to murder in January turned into a courtroom brawl as a member of the victim's family leaped across the barrier and rushed the convicted killer. Our David Ledford was there and captured the moment on tape.
This is the scene that erupted moments after Justice Robert Mullen handed down a sentence of 45 years in prison to 20-year-old Jason Serval.
I believe the family and friends of this poor young girl need closure, and I'm convinced that the sentence I'm imposing today is lawful and will survive any appeal if one is filed.
Serval pleaded guilty to the 2022 murder of 20-year-old Alice Abbott of Skowhegan back in January. Soon after the sentence was given, the defense asked for a sidebar. It was at this point that Abbott's brother left his seat and quickly moved towards Serval. He was stopped by a corrections officer with a stun gun and handcuffed. Other members of the victim's family began shouting and moving towards Serval after the initial incident, but were stopped by officers in the courtroom. On July 16, 2022, police reportedly found Abbott deceased in a camper on her grandparents' property with several stab wounds and lacerations. During sentencing, Serval apologized to the family.
I know no matter how sorry I am or however many times I apologize, I will never ease the pain. I can't imagine the pain and grief I put you through.
Leading up to the courtroom incident, several members of Abbott's family gave statements asking Mullen to give Serval the maximum sentence. Serval was sentenced to serve 10 years concurrently with the 45-year sentence for an aggravated assault against Nick Rice of Madison, who was also inside the camper at the time of the murder and was reportedly struck multiple times on the head with a crowbar by Serval.
And that was our David Ledford reporting. Well, the Hancock County Grand Jury has indicted Winter Harbor's former fire chief. 51-year-old Tatum McLean was indicted for aggravated criminal invasion of computer privacy. McLean was also the subject of an investigation into events that took place allegedly during his former position as the fire chief in Goldsboro. Court documents allege McLean intended to defraud or deceive another person or government of payroll warrants exceeding $1,000. To the legislature now, the Maine House has passed a bill aimed at lowering Maine's rate of suicide death. LD 2119 would study allowing individuals to voluntarily and confidentially add their own names to the federal Do Not Sell Firearms list. That would prevent them from potential future gun purchases if that person is experiencing a suicidal crisis. The voluntary do not sell measure has already passed in Utah, Virginia, and Washington state. Representative Vicky Dudera, who sponsored the bill, said, quote, in 2021, nearly 89% of our state's firearm deaths were suicides. Those who reach for a gun during a suicidal crisis rarely have a second chance, but this innovative policy empowers suicidal people to proactively act to promote their own health and safety, end quote. The measure faces further votes now in the House and Senate. In other news, a Hamden native is going to lead the state's medical examiner's office. Governor Janet Mills has appointed retired U.S. Air Force Colonel Alice Briones to serve as Maine's chief medical examiner. Dr. Briones returns to Maine after a military career that included becoming the first woman to lead the U.S. Armed Forces medical examiner system. Well, the Maine House and Senate have approved a bill that would lower taxes for most Mainers while raising taxes for those in the largest income tax brackets. Only those making over $500,000 would see an increase in their taxes. If signed by the governor, the bill would adjust Maine's current tax brackets to reduce taxes for low and middle income earners who make $144,000 annually, as well as create 3 new tax brackets that parse out how those making more than $144,000 a year would pay. According to a spokesperson for the Maine Revenue Service, approximately 2,900 individuals in Maine would see a tax increase in 2025. If approved, state revenue would increase by $570,000 next year. Residents took to Facebook today after the signs surrounding what is known as Tent City in Bangor were moved. Our Doug Banks reached out to the city to find out why.
On Friday morning, members of Bangor's Parks and Recreation Department moved notice signs surrounding a homeless encampment known as Tent City, located behind the Hope House in Bangor. The signs read, "This area is temporarily closed to the public. Camping, parking, or other public use is prohibited. Any personal property left behind will be collected." According to Bangor's communications manager, David Warren, these signs were moved to clarify new boundaries of the encampment following a cleanup day in late March. As these spaces in Tent City become vacant, the city moves the notice signs inwards to establish a new closed area and to address large debris fields. According to David Warren, no one was asked to leave, and quote, "All outreach workers were aware of this, and we are just continuing our past efforts."
They think we're homeless for a reason. We're not homeless for a reason because we want to. We're homeless because we can't find a place to live.
Rory Spring has resided in Tent City since March of last year. As Tent City begins to shrink in size, his camper only neighbors Cleveland Street.
I'm outside because I can't be in there dealing with other people that have issues that can't deal with people. And I just keep to myself and just keep going.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, it is a rite of spring, and it's happening now. To those who love to get out on the water, wait for the annual Old Town Canoe annual Scratch and Dent sale all year. And despite the less than perfect conditions, it's now underway at the Bangor Ski Rack.
It's a great annual seasonal event that everyone gets excited about because it's blockbuster savings and it kind of gets people in the mood for the upcoming summer and to recreational paddle and fish.
Well, whether it's an obsolete color, a tag that's upside down, or a boat with a scratch, everything is at least 20% off, but Hopper says most are 35 to 50% off. He says people are coming in to replace boats for the upcoming Kenduskeag Stream Canoe Race or just for pleasure. The sale runs through Sunday, and with all the rain we've been having, you may well be considering buying yourself some kind of watercraft. And with that in mind, let's take a first check of our forecast and see how long it's going to last.
Here we go. Your first weather is brought to you by Downey's Trailer Service in Ellsworth, offering parts, sales, and full service repair on all trailers. Your local road light authorized dealer. Stop by or call us today, 207-813-0007. All right, let's talk about the weather, and here we go. High temperatures today back up near 60. It felt comfortable, right? But even warmer temperatures are on the way, and we'll eventually get rid of the rain showers that are out there now as well. But still a few areas of light to moderate rain showers to get through tonight and throughout the day tomorrow before it finally comes to an end early parts of Sunday morning. The wind's been a factor today. Wind gusts near 50 miles per hour. Some power concerns across the region. These are beginning to come down now, but still advisories are posted through about midnight tonight for wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour. Our forecast ends tonight looking at mostly cloudy skies, some rain showers still out there, and low temperatures in the 40s. Your full forecast is coming up.
Alrighty, Jeff, thank you so much. And there is much more to come on ABC 7 News at 6. Stay with us.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount.
If you've been injured and think you can't afford a lawyer, think again.
Lowry & Associates can be your lawyers, and there's no fee unless they win money for you. We don't get paid unless you get paid. We call it the Lowry Guarantee.
You got nothing to lose. Just call the twos. They win or it's free. That's the Lowry Guarantee.
Lowry and Associates settled my case for $300,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
As winter fades and the weather warms, you might not be ready to think about air conditioning, but Valley Home Services is ready because now is the perfect time to beat the heat. Fujitsu heat pumps from Valley Home Services are not only great sources for heat in the colder months, they're also fantastic air conditioners for the hotter months. And right now is the best time to install a Fujitsu heat pump so you can take advantage of the efficiency for what heating is left and get a jump on the cooling for the summer. Embrace the comfort with Fujitsu and Valley Home Services.
Let your creativity run free at the Creative Arts Center, where we offer fun and affordable activities for all ages. Birthday parties, pottery wheel classes, painting lessons, or just for the fun of it. Get fired up for glazing projects as well as acrylics. We offer a wide selection of ceramic products for you to choose from, and we have thousands of pieces ready to paint. We are a Paragon kiln dealer and a Laguna Clay distributor. Stop by the Creative Arts Center today, located just off the Joshua Chamberlain Bridge in Brewer. The Creative Arts Center, where your only limitation is your imagination.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. Free physical therapy assessments will be available at Husson University next week. The free assessments come courtesy of the Soaring Eagles Healthcare Clinic and will be conducted at 79 Marshall Road in Bangor as part of the 3rd annual Husson Harmony event on April 15th and 17th. Husson's highly capable physical therapy students will be conducting all of the assessments, going over tests for balance, heart health, and flexibility, among other things.
You'll go through about 7 of those stations, and then at the end you receive individualized education because you'll have a student coming through with you so that they can take down some of your needs and some of your goals, what are your physical goals, and then at the end you sit down with the students and you can have a educational session on whatever relates to your individual needs.
Well, the information to schedule an appointment can be found on our website, foxbangor.com. A Clinton woman will be participating in the Boston Marathon on Monday, fulfilling a dream that once seemed out of reach due to a medical condition. Our Matthew Jurancic has her story.
After being told she might never run again, Kelly Wiswell is defying all odds and is determined to cross the finish line at this year's Boston Marathon.
I keep going up and down between excitement and nerves. It's been a 6-year goal that is finally coming to fruition.
Kelly's journey to the marathon wasn't easy. She's been a runner since high school, running her first half marathon in 2015 and her first full marathon 3 years later. But in June 2020, at the age of 34, she suffered a stroke. The stroke ultimately led to her developing gait apraxia, a condition that affects how an individual walks.
Initially, my foot just had a little bit of a drag, slap, nothing crazy. My arm was worse than my leg. And then over the probably 6 weeks following the stroke, my gait changed 3 times. My left leg, my knee bends every time I take a step.
Kelly says she didn't let this set her back. She used the time spent in physical therapy and trained on her own to make her dream come true. The hard work paid off. She's continuing to do what she loves as one of the nearly 23,000 running on Monday.
There's a lot of validation of all the time that went into the training and the rehab and proving that it can be done even when you get told you can't or when you get obstacles that come in your way.
Wiswell says she hopes her story inspires others.
There's a lot of wanting to show my kids not to give up on their dreams no matter how hard they are.
In Clinton, Matthew Jurancic, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
What a fantastic shirt and a fantastic message. Wiswell will be running as part of Dougie's Team for Autism. That's a Doug Flutie Foundation-based program that looks to improve the quality of everyday life for people and families affected by autism. And you can donate to Wiswell using the link on our website. Well, there is still plenty to come here on ABC 7 News at 6, including sports. The Elliott Lamb Memorial Stream Race returns on Saturday. What makes this event a can't miss? Well, that story is coming right up.
Do you have a wet basement, nasty crawl space, settling foundation, sinking concrete, or clogged gutters? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basement-y. For over 30 years, thousands of homeowners throughout Maine and southeastern New Hampshire have trusted TC Hafford. Basement waterproofing, crawl space repair, stabilizing foundations, concrete leveling, and gutter installation. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems for all things basement-y.
You're in the driver's seat. You choose what road to take. But soon, you'll be taking a back seat to big government because President Biden just banned most new gas-powered cars. They've made it clear it's their way or the highway, even if electric vehicles aren't right for you or your family. Call Senator King. Tell him to stop the car ban before it's too late. Don'tBanOurCars.com. Paid for by American Fuel and Petrochemical Manufacturers.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Free is good. Cashback is even better. Get both. Open your Yes account with Cashback Rewards from the County Federal Credit Union. Get all the free and 1% cash back on up to $1,500 worth of debit card purchases per month. Plus, round it up, rounding up your debit card purchases to the nearest whole dollar and tucking the difference into your share savings account. Get the good and the even better with the Yes account with Cashback Rewards. Open yours now at countyfcu.org.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Triumph Professional Cleaning Services, providing outstanding commercial cleaning services to Eastern and Central Maine. Triumph Professional Cleaning, creating an environment of cleanliness.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. As if the April showers weren't a clue, a further sign that spring is here, the stream racing season in Maine is underway. And tomorrow afternoon, the annual Elliott Lamb Memorial Sawadabbscook Stream Race returns. Our Ryan Sudol has more.
The tides are high, and people will surely be holding on for Saturday's annual Elliott Lamb Memorial Sawadabbscook Stream Race.
There's going to be a lot of people that are kind of pushing their limits as far as what they can paddle. And I think that's going to make for some extra excitement.
The race is one of the first for Maine's stream season, and even though the buds are barely coming out of the trees, and it certainly doesn't feel like it, spring is in the air.
We're coming out of winter, and we just love to get outside again and do what Mainers do. We're tough, and we love to be here and just be outside and enjoying it with each other.
There are 3 courses to choose from. Downwater course, a short course for the newbies, and for folks like Alex Horn, a strictly whitewater course to cut out the middleman.
The rapids are kind of challenging, but it's a really fun course. There's some good drops, and people get really excited about that, and I know Elliot got really excited about it.
And no wonder this race is named after the late Elliott Lamb. The Orono native and whitewater enthusiast passed away in 2015, aged 22, and this was his favorite course.
He really loved just canoeing this stream in his off time, so when he passed, we just took it on and wanted to do it as a Memorial Day where people could come together and paddle with him, with the memory of him right here locally.
And with the constant community of people that come together each year to race in his honor, Horn, Lamb's girlfriend at the time of his passing, says it's no surprise.
I think that it's just a testament to the fact that we love him and we love this river, and we're happy to be here.
In Hamden, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Always a fun time. Let's go to the Diamond now. Hopefully the weather is nicer in Lowell than it is in Maine because the Black Bears opening up a 3-game series with the Riverhawks this evening. Maine sits at 3-5 in America East play heading into the 3-game series against UMass Lowell. Riverhawks right above them at 4-4. The Black Bears have been right there in a few games, losing 2 walk-offs to Bryant when they played there to open the season, then dropping a close one to NJIT last weekend. They say they've been just 1 pitch or 1 hit away from a much different record. Now the Black Bears are dealing with some injuries now, mainly to their 2 best pitchers, but the next man up mentality has really echoed through the clubhouse.
We lost 3 of our best players, but I mean, we can't let that bring us down. We got to stick together as a team, and I think we've been doing that. We're realizing that guys can just fill in certain roles. They don't have to try to go out there and do too much. Just do what they can to help the team win, and I think that's going to be beneficial for us.
All right, staying with some baseball, also playing this evening and looking to get back into the win column are the Boston Red Sox. The Sox, after a great road trip to start the season, just lost 3 straight in their first home series of the year to the Baltimore Orioles. Game 1 was a tough loss, but both Game 2 and Game 3 came to the bullpen not getting enough outs and the defense not getting the job done. The Red Sox allowing 6 runs in the 10th inning last night for their 3rd loss in a row. And after the game, Alex Cora speaking on his team's defense.
I like the way we fought. You know, we were there till the end, you know, but obviously tough series, and now we got to turn the page. We always talk about that, right? Like you can't give big league teams more than 27 outs, and we've been doing that lately. And when that happens, you know, you turn the lineup over. When you look up, they got 6 at-bats, you know, and when those big guys have 6 opportunities in a game, they're going to cash in, and they did.
All right, Red Sox playing the Angels at 7:10 tonight. That is all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Varney Ford, the nice car and truck people. Lots of weather out there again today. We're sticking in the rain, right? With temperatures hanging out near 60, rain showers off and on all day long. The rain showers, though, are decreasing in coverage and intensity out there now. We have less rain in the forecast for us tomorrow. All right, low temperatures today. So it's all rain for everybody. A low of 45 here in Bangor, 43 Millinocket. So a comfortable start to our day today. And then we did this, 59 here in Bangor, 58 for Millinocket, 50 also for Holton. So a very comfortable day. Temperatures above average across the entire area, but it was also cloudy and rainy, as you know, and incredibly windy. Right now, the wind out of the south around 30 miles per hour in Bar Harbor, 21 here in Bangor. We've had gusts today near 50, giving us a few power concerns across the region as well. These winds are dying down now, though. Less windy tonight, less windy tomorrow, and even less windy on Sunday into Monday, too. So overall, the worst of the wind is now behind us. Our next system gets in here probably Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But still, the advisories are posted. Here's a wind advisory for winds approaching 40 to 50 miles per hour. But again, the worst of that is already behind us now across our region. Lots of rain showers still to get through tonight, though, and locally heavy rainfall cannot be ruled out. We've had almost an inch of rainfall across the area today, and likely more on the way because all of this is still traveling in our direction. So lots of moisture yet to get through. A very slow-moving system. In fact, here it is now across the Ohio Valley, spinning in our direction. So rain showers are in the forecast tonight through tomorrow, probably in the early parts of Sunday morning, and then we're done for a couple days around here, finally, right? And then behind that, though, our next system over here in parts of California and Oregon, that's going to be in here most likely probably later Wednesday into Thursday of next week. But still tonight, though, some showers out there. Likely a break in the precipitation early parts of tomorrow morning before some more showers get throughout the afternoon. And then overall, it's going to stay all rain, though, no snow with this system, as we'll have high temperatures tomorrow back up near 60 once again, and likely into Sunday as well. And maybe bring back a little bit of rain shower activity later on Sunday and early parts of Monday morning, but that will not amount to much at all across our region. And then some sunshine's back in the forecast later on Monday. The rainfall looks like this going forward, another 1/10 of an inch of rain, maybe a 1/4 inch of rain. Again, the heaviest rain is now behind us in our area. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, is scattered rain showers out there still, otherwise cloudy. Look for low temperatures down near 44, so all rain with the south wind still gusting near 30 overnight. For tomorrow, all right, so scattered rain showers again, but many breaks in the rain tomorrow. Look for high temperatures back up near 60 with that southeast wind gusting near 20 to 25. And looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows that rain chance tomorrow. A couple sprinkles early Sunday, otherwise mostly cloudy. Some sunshine's back in the forecast Monday, a high of 60, and those are low to mid 60s back in the forecast with sunshine on Tuesday afternoon.
Jeff, thank you so much. That is a much nicer looking forecast with all that sunshine in our future. And there is still more to come, folks, right after the break.
When you start any business, there's a lot of emotions that you feel. Being able to work with a credit union that believed in what we were trying to do has allowed us to grow so quickly. New fermentation tanks, a grain silo, 2 vehicles that we're using. I've always been able to reach the credit union as if they're in the next office over from me. When we started, we had 6 employees. 3 years later, over 50 employees. Every step of the way, the credit union has truly been a part of our team.
That's everything.
It's everything.
Yeah? Everything? Not everything.
The Hyundai Palisade. With advanced tech and award-winning safety. There's joy in every journey. Lease an all-wheel drive Palisade SEL for only $349 a month. Or step up and get a limited with $1,250 bonus cash. See your Bangor Hyundai dealer today.
You know what? When the power goes out, ours doesn't, thanks to RH Foster. We have a generator, and it runs on propane, and it powers the entire house, and we get our propane from RH Foster. Those big storms, the neighborhood lost power for days, but we didn't lose power, not even for a moment. I never worry about running out of propane. RH Foster keeps us topped off. Even if I had a problem, I could call RH Foster, and I can talk to a real person. With propane from RH Foster, power outages are not a problem at our house.
Your best days of the year start here at Kubota Orange Days. It's the year's biggest selection of Kubota tractors, zero-turn mowers, and utility vehicles, including the #1 selling compact tractor in the USA. Plus, get 0 down and 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,800 off select BX tractors. Orange goes all day. Sales ending soon. Visit your local dealer today.
Welcome back. The town of Holton is declaring their total solar eclipse weekend a rousing success. Interim town manager Tim DeLuca sent out a statement earlier today saying the immense undertaking did in fact pay off. He said the event exceeded expectations, and according to DeLuca, visitors from nearly every state and all over the world were in Holton to witness the event. He said residents were prepared to welcome those numerous guests, and their visit almost certainly left them with a sense of community spirit. We have no doubt, that is for sure. And finally tonight, there's a new art gallery in Brunswick that showcases the hardships the Maine fishing industry faces, but also the resiliency of the men and women at the center of it all. Here's more about it in this week's Destination Devon.
An artist's work is to tell the story, one way or another, whether it's writing or music, or in this way, visual arts. And you're highlighting their lifestyle, their culture, what makes them tick, who are these folks, right? And so that's kind of what I'm doing.
Matt Barter is a lifelong artist from the Acadia area, originally inspired by his fisherman father, who has a distinct passion for art.
My dad was my mentor, so I studied with him, and I learned who his influences were. And I started to study those artists like Hartley and John Marin.
Today, Matt curates and maintains his art house, the Barter Art House in Brunswick, where his artistic prowess knows no bounds, spanning multiple mediums and often upcycling materials like wood from the beams of dismantled barns or rope found along the coast. His newest series is a collection of work reflective of the recent hardships the fishing communities faced during and after the tumultuous storms early this year. The gallery is titled Lost at Sea, representing both what was lost and found after the storms.
We're not just talking about money, millions of dollars. We're talking about lives, boats, buildings, families that were really impacted, and it touched me deeply. And I wanted to do a show that was kind of inspired by the Maine fishermen and the resiliency, but also sort of an homage to the Maine resiliency, is that spirit that come back, just build back.
To check out Matt's art or to learn more, pay the Barter Art House a visit or check out thebarterarthouse.com. In Brunswick, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
It's always so great to see the work of local Maine artists, and there's just another example of another unique artisan expressing himself and the stories of Maine people. Alrighty, folks, well, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great rest of your night. Join us back here for ABC 7 News at 11.